Hi everyone, I'm Helen, a fellow nurse and student, and today I'd like to talk about something I'm passionate about, something I struggle with, and it's a struggle I know I'm not alone in because in my research I was overwhelmed with the amount of articles regarding work-life balance and nurses there were. So the articles I chose go over information like what work-life balance is, the importance of it, why we struggle with it as nurses, as well as strategies we can use to improve our work life balance and how to incorporate those strategies as nurse leaders. So let's start with what work life balance is. There is no clear definition of it. Trust me, I looked in Webster and there was nothing. But all of the articles I used seem to agree that the definition would go something like successfully dividing time between work and personal life, separating the two when needed. So, why is this important? A good work life balance promotes holistic health by providing the opportunity to take part in activities that reduce your stress, bring you joy, promote healthy lifestyles, and make time for yourself and for family. Whereas the opposite of work life imbalance can have detrimental effects on your emotional and physical health and lead to job dissatisfaction. This is where nurse leaders should be concerned because job dissatisfaction can lead to burnout, can lead to increased medical errors, increased job turnover rates, and staff shortages. So, why as nurses do we struggle so much with maintaining a healthy work-life balance? Our jobs are inherently stressful. While we're at work, we find it really hard to take care of ourselves, getting sips of water, taking full meal breaks, even using the bathroom sometimes. Our task loads are extremely heavy, and we're dealing with people when they're not at their best. So our jobs can be very stressful. Additionally, with staff shortages, many of us pick up overtime. We work extra shifts. So literally we're spending more time at work than we do at home, and we start to feel that starts to wear on us. So what are some strategies that we can use as nurses to overcome these obstacles to improve our work-life balance? Forbes lists a couple strategies, starting with saying no, which can be really hard to do because most of us are people pleasers at heart. But when our manager comes to us and asks to pick up extra shifts, sometimes we have to say no. I won't be working overtime this week because I need to make time for myself. I need to focus on some self-care this week because I'm starting to feel the effects of burnout. Something else that Forbes lists as a strategy for self-care include putting away distractions and focusing on yourself. And that can look different for everybody. Everyone has different self-care strategies. Some of us like to meditate or exercise, paint, read a book, whether it's the good book or a really good trashy novel. Whatever it is that makes you feel like you're having some time to yourself, you need to prioritize that and say no to everything else. Social media, turn off your phone if you have to, and focus on yourself. Those are some things that Forbes lists. There are many, many others, but we don't have time to go through them all. But this kind of leads into what you can do as a nurse leader. One of the most important things that you can do is practice what you preach. Lead by example. These strategies, you need to adopt them yourself, and you need to encourage your nurses to do the same thing. Show them how it's done. Provide resources for them. Sometimes you can even bring food and feed them. But other times, something simple you can do is check on your nurses, make sure that they've had some water, that they've had a full meal break, offer to watch their patients while they go take an uninterrupted meal break. Encourage them, sometimes force them to take care of themselves. If you notice that one individual is picking up a lot of overtime, remind them, hey, you have lots of PTO built up. Why don't you use that? Because I'm starting to see the noticeable effects of working here too much, and you need to take care of yourself. So encourage them to perform that self-care. Another thing that you can do as a nurse leader is something that most nurses are good at, which is advocacy. Advocate for your nurses. Go to your higher ups at your facility and tell them, I need a bigger budget. I need to hire more nurses so that the nurses I have aren't getting so burnt out, exasperating the problem of staffing shortages, etc. One study measured work-life balance in nurses by asking them to agree or disagree with the statement, my work allows me time for my personal or family life. Those who disagreed with that statement were at higher risk of burnout and all of the negative associations with burnout. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and as a leader, you're taking care of your people. You need to remember that we're all going through this together. You're not alone. You have resources, which I've included in the caption. Thank you.